everyone's getting sick. And I mean everyone, whether it's John Calipari, Malik Ewan, our buddy Colton, who has fever. Now, these are different sicknesses. It could be fever, cold, allergies, you name it, people have it. And I know that some of you aren't feeling the best you've ever felt. And again, including Malik Ewan, who talked about it, Kenny Payne last night.
No, he's fighting a cold or something and didn't feel well.
Kind of wondered why I didn't see a lot of him. And it was good. Nick Pringle had an outstanding game. We'll get more into the basketball coming up, but as is a What's Your Beef Wednesday, brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market. I feel like that some of us in some way, shape, or form, family, friends, coworkers, just that time of year.
443-0000 is the number for Richard's Country Meat Market, 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville. Merry Christmas from Richard's Country Meat Market, everything you need for your holiday feast. Now, I think you're right. Everyone's got the crud, congestions going around. We've avoided the fever stuff at my house more or less, but you're right. It seems like everywhere there's something. And I think getting yourself outside, staying out in this cold weather for about 10, 15 minutes, probably good for you.
Builds up the immune system.
Well, it kills germs.
Mm-hmm.
Kill those germs off. I think we get cooped up. We get in these airtight buildings here and whatever, and we get in the heat, and then we just recirculate it. We're living in a petri dish.
Well,
because nobody wants to go outside.
That's where I was going to go next. So Colton obviously has a newborn, and I have several friends that have young daughters and young sons where when they get sick, obviously the wife gets sick, the husband gets sick, and it's just the whole house is sick. You're not in necessarily that stage anymore, but when your kids bring something home, they often give it to you, right? I remember I felt bad for my parents, and I have a pretty good, thank you God, I have a pretty good immune system.
Too. You could count on, in the last 5 years, you could probably count on post-COVID, probably one hand, the combined sick days me and you have taken. Not that we don't take time off, but we just don't call in sick. I mean, I've been like you. I don't get sick very often, or I power through it. But,
too much dog.
Well, I mean, it's too much to do. I mean, here's the problem: no one does my work for me when I'm not here. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But they're kind enough to save it. But
they're kind enough. I will say, when one of us get back, or Colton gets back, or Christian gets back from vacation, sick, whatever the case may be, just the buildup, and some of you work in an office setting, others work outside. Maybe it's hard labor or whatever, but just the buildup you have in just your box alone. It's like when you're there, you can monitor it and you can knock things out on a daily basis, on an hourly basis. But when you're gone for a week or even a couple days or even a Friday and you come back and there's 10 things in your box, and it's like, oh, good grief.
I'm just glad I didn't bring back yellow fever or anything.
Yes, thank you. You came back. You seem like you're fresh and good.
Yeah. But you didn't come back to this huge pile of work, right?
Not too bad.
I'll give him. He's not going to say it. He had about 10 things in his box. Yeah. He took care of them.
10 for a week ain't bad.
Yeah,
it could have been worse.
In a timely manner, it could have been worse. Chase in Fort Smith, he was out sick yesterday from work. It stinks. Gavin in Fayetteville says he hasn't taken a sick day in 5 years. He slowly dies until he gets better. I have found that I don't do quote unquote traditional remedies like I used to. And honestly, like I didn't get a flu shot this year. I've probably drank more tea in the last 2 or 3 years than I have my entire life. Do the honey every morning in my coffee. I guess there's just certain things that I do now that I didn't necessarily traditionally do growing up because he didn't necessarily have to. But now I'm like, okay, I have to be cognizant of me not showing up for work, what it does to the show, or just me even getting like a sore throat and stuff like that.
What it does to the show, that's your main priority.
Torpedoes it.
Yeah.
It torpedoes it down. Or in some cases, in the majority of our audience's mind, it goes up exponentially when I'm not here on the microphone. All right, so that's one of my beefs. What is a beef you have coming in this morning?
Well, I mean, it's just holiday season. It's just the pace. It's not that, I mean, yes, a bunch of you out there are acting like fools because you don't have any self-awareness of what's going on in a store or traffic, but that's just part of it. But, man, is it just, and I know the older you get, the more you complain about this, but it just seems like the pace and the speed in which time flies by, and then the list of the things you've got to get done, and the demand for the deadlines is just faster than everything. It's probably just me getting old, but it just seems like everything is moving at a faster pace here because we're headed into, a long holiday weekend next week, and it just seems like there are so many things to get done. I mean, we had a meeting about deadlines before the show this morning, just things that got to get done. I had another phone call with somebody about payroll and how, you got the 31st and the 1st, and then you got one work day on the 2nd. We get paid on the 5th. It's got to be into the bank by the 2nd. All these deadlines. So it just seems like the holiday imposes all these deadlines.
Coinciding on your birthday of all things.
Yeah, I mean, but, if I don't do it, guess what? You wake up on the 5th and don't get paid. So,
we can't have that.
That's the most important deadline right there.
We can't start the year.
Or
on
I could just take my birthday and y'all get paid on the 6th. How about we do that?
A day doesn't affect me. Now, I don't know how the rest of our
there'd be
staff,
people doing backflips.
Well, I don't know how the rest of our. Actually, I say one thing. My mortgage comes out. I say that. Don't pay us on the 6th because my mortgage auto pays or auto debits or whatever it's called on the 5th. If I don't have
they don't trust you to pay it yourself.
Well, if I don't have the surplus. No, it's just I'm an auto pay guy. I look at my transactions and I look at things.
I hate auto
everything.
pays.
Listen,
Don't you love when your card expires and you have to go in and put
is
in all the
That's why you give them your bank account.
To have
your
to
bank
do that.
account information never expires.
It's
and they're in the service field.
Yeah, and again, whether
but
it's
try getting that stopped. Once they start, my wife got into one of these tanning bed deals years ago.
Okay.
And we couldn't get them to stop. She canceled it. Oh, we forgot. We'll credit you back. Then they hit you, never credit, hit you. You can't, and you go to your bank, they're like, you're SOL.
Yeah. Because you signed that very well put together, meticulous contract that a lawyer, probably New York, constructed.
You can't get people sometimes to stop.
Gyms and tanning beds. And this was a beef of mine from 3 years ago, the former gym. They make you go the most roundabout, egregious way possible to cancel a gym member. It should be,
try canceling your ESPN Plus right now. Good luck with that one, too. I've been trying for 3 months, can't find how to even do it.
Gym membership is the hardest. I had to email months after, back and forth.
Go to this
good
link.
luck.
Go to this link. Do this.
Send
on
them
your bank
proof
account.
that you moved and everything.
It should not be that difficult. Canceling things should be. Now they do this on purpose, so you either forget about it or you don't waste the time on it or whatever else. But
it's $13 a month. I'll worry about that next month, and then next month I need to cancel that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you try. Like right now, I was in New England earlier this year. Didn't have SEC Network. We were playing a postseason baseball game against somebody.
What year?
This year. Earlier this year. So I had to sign up for ESPN Plus in order to watch it because now they have just bent us all over on this ESPN deal where, this level includes games. This level does not. I couldn't log in. I mean, so I said, well, here's what I'll sign up for this $9.99 that's become $12.99, and I'll just cancel it after 1 month. Here I am 6 months later, and I can't get it canceled.
You're intelligent.
And because they don't have a link for that, and there's no call, there's no chat. I mean, they got you. So the only thing now, all I can do is I guess dispute it with a credit card.
You could do that.
I don't know what to do.
Don't look at me.
I don't know. I don't think you'll have the solution, but that's how they get you. That's why I hate auto draft stuff. Hate it.
Because you sign your life away.
Well, you have no control.
Yeah. I haven't had. I'm trying to think about this. I haven't really had outside of the mortgage doing it twice, and we got that resolved, and I got the money back from the bank. It was like a $40 overdraft or whatever. I don't think
Flow Sports has entered the chat. Says BE on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. You know what? You feel my pain on that.
I'm assuming that's going to be the television thing for Globe Life again in February. If
probably.
I had to guess. I don't know why it would be any different, but that's canceling things should be a lot easier, but they do that intentionally. All right, Beef's coming in on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. Not a lot to beef about after a 28-point win last night, including another career high from TB.
Brazil, right side, tries a three, rattles it home. Trevin Brazil picks up right where he left off, 21.
Being in this league for a minute, playing him for a while, you see the growth that he has in the past years. It's amazing, honestly. But you see the work that he put in. He works with KP all the time. Coach pushes confidence on him all the time. Tell him if his knees are bent, shots going in. And if we can get that from TB every night, that's what we want.
I didn't pick Arkansas to win the SEC. Are we in a situation where John Calipari could win a title in year 2 at Arkansas? We are in that situation.
This is the opening drive.
So what started 7 of 7 last night, ended up 9 of 11, 5 triples, career high overall. And I didn't even know you said it was at half too, correct?
Well, I mean, he broke a career high in a half a few weeks ago at 17 points. He had 18 in the first half, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think 18's more than 17. So
you go 14 of 28 from 3. So it wasn't just TB that had a great night, but other guys were shooting the basketball. Outside of really Malik Thomas, who Malik had a bad game at least shooting the ball. He had 6 assists, so he was at least doing something.
I don't know all the decisions Trevin Brazile has made in his life, but the one to come back and stay at Arkansas with John Calipari appears to be in the top 5 of the all-time greatest decisions. And, hey, good on Cal, too. Think if he'd have just wrote him off, said, we're going to just clean it all out, get all new slate. I mean, think of what he'd be missing right now. So good on both of those guys to give each other a chance. This is working out beautiful.
Help me on this. I believe him and Lawson Blake, who lost him towards Achilles before last season, are the only guys that came back from Muss's team.
Remember he said, I met with a team. There is no team. And I think kind of the story of the word is Trevin wasn't in that meeting, but then he came back and he met one-on-one with Cal, and Cal gave him a chance. And, man, he's the work he's done on Trevin between the ears and got his confidence there. You just had a clip that kind of spoke to that, but I don't want to say he was a head case before, but, man, he had some problem.
He still did the thing at Michigan State. He still flipped the bird in Dallas this last weekend. He still does things that are like, dude, you don't have to do that.
But his on-court stuff, he doesn't pout. Remember when he'd sit there and pout all the time?
He still has these games where if he doesn't hit one of his first couple threes, he's not going to play a good game. But that was not the case last night. That was not the game against Tech.
He's playing like an All-American right now.
Yes, he's been awesome. And I think so that clip you referenced, that was Nick Pringle. Remember, Nick played him in Columbia, and he played him in Tuscaloosa when he was both a Gamecock and a Crimson Tide. And that Crimson Tide team, Nick was on went to a Final Four. So Nick knows what it takes to have a team to the Final Four. I know one of my other beefs I lifted down is like people have been piling on Nick Pringle lately. And my thing is like Nick's not going to be, again, a double-double fiend. But last night, I thought he had, again, all starters last night were in double digits. Nick was 5 of 6. He had 14 total points last night.
There's another beef of mine.
You
can't move in this. Anyway.
You did that.
I did that, but I should be able to turn my chair and grab a box score
you banged the box.
It's 10 feet from me. Anyway,
I'm not the tech. I'm not the tech guy. I'm not the one that. If you want to get that figured out, for those who don't know, you can't hear it on the air. But if we move a certain way or hit this,
or headphones
set up this
go
certain,
nuts.
Yeah, they staticky. One goes out or whatever. It's whatever. But was good showing from Nick and the rest of the guys last night, and again a good showing from Trev. Not just a good showing, a fantastic showing from Trevin Brazile.
Let's just be honest. Queens was outmatched physically.
Yeah,
they had one player in this game that could really, was that Parker guy number 6? Yeah, he was the only one that really could go toe to toe. Everybody else was just they had water coming over the side of the boat. They were just swamped. So I mean, Queens just could not match up in this game, and Arkansas, after a little bit of a sluggish first few minutes, just rolled the rest of They scored 60 in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 60, and then cleared the bench. I'm telling you, if you had Arkansas and 24 and a half, you got a little nervous towards the end of this thing. Now, Arkansas ends up winning by 28, but it got down to 24 after a 36-point lead. So, in the end, Arkansas won comfortably. They got to clean the bench out. Everyone got to play. And, I loved, I don't know if we have the clip, but I love what Chin Coleman said after the game in regards to treating this like a first-round game and then getting ready Saturday for Houston.
I know you hadn't dug
awesome
into
approach.
A ton yet.
Oh, I have.
Let's talk a little bit about Houston.
Sounds like you might have.
I have. Well, that was him talking about game prep for Houston, but he said before that in visiting with Chuck and Z there that, hey, we challenged the players, we challenged the team to treat this Queens game like a first-round game, knowing you win this game and then you have an epic matchup against someone with a chance to move on to the Sweet 16. So I like the mental preparation for the tournament, how they got this game set up, and they look like a 1, 2, 3 seed going out there and dispatching of a 14, 15, 16 seed. That's exactly what last night looked like. Now, I don't know how Houston's season or Arkansas season is going to play out, but you could certainly see a round of 32 matchup with someone like a Houston. You'd like to think that would be a Sweet 16 game with the rankings right now, but the point is you're going to face a bigger, tougher opponent a few days later, and that's exactly what this week's kind of setting up like. I love the mental approach that Jen Coleman talked about.
Yeah, and Houston, again, the defending national runner-up, came within a shot or two of beating Florida this past season. Kelvin Sampson is going to have something in store for Darius Acuff, who's been phenomenal lately. SEC Freshman of the Week, might be in line for SEC Freshman of the Year if he keeps playing at the rate that he is. But to your point about just matchups and everything else, you're going to, assuming Arkansas, like at this time last year, right, you'd beat Michigan in New York, and you'd gone on the road to Miami. You'd lost to what? Baylor. I had this written down. I forget the other loss. They had 2 non-conference losses, I believe, heading into conference play. I'm forgetting which the other one was. That being said, you would love to be 11-2 heading into Tennessee January 3rd, who Tennessee clocked Louisville last night. I'm not so sure. I know Louisville beat Kentucky in the Yum Center earlier this year. I'm kind of curious.
They can't
to see.
defend.
Yeah,
at all.
They've gotten pounded. They can score the ball. Pat Kelsey's got to work on that defense. But you've got, again, the setup for your first 3 games. Tennessee at home. That'll be a top 25, maybe a top 15 matchup. Ole Miss on the road, and then going to Auburn. Now, it's not the same as you would be taking on Bruce Pearl. But the good thing is, like, you've got all these games under your belt, including this one on Saturday, where while the SEC is still really, really good in hiding, I don't know if you're gonna get shell shocked like you did when you started 0-5 last year. I mean, does anyone else expect them to start 0-5 in the league?
No, but I've expected them to start 5-0, and it ends up that way. So I'm not going to go in with any expectations that, hey, they're getting ready to run it. Now, you've got Tennessee at home. Now, they had a win over Louisville. Yeah. They're going to be a tough defensive team. This Houston game is going to get you ready for that as well. Because, you were looking it up. Houston defensively is what?
Top 6.
Top 6 in the country. I mean, that's Kelvin Sampson's calling card. So, ball handling will be crucial on Saturday. You got a point guard, and Darius Acuff had a goose egg on turnovers last night. 10 assists, no turnovers. Now, the team had, 14, I believe?
Doubled what you did.
14. That's 7 more. They doubled up from Texas Tech. They were a little sloppy at times with the ball. Not your point guard. You got to take care of the ball Saturday against Houston, have a chance to win that game in New Jersey.
Yeah, that'd be a big time win for this Arkansas basketball team. And right now you're the second highest. I don't know where you're in the net, but you're the second highest rated team in the league. Vanderbilt's 1 spot ahead of you. You heard Gary Parrish and Matt Norlander at the tail end of our opening drive talk about this team potentially being a national champion. I think, again, Arkansas's better, and the SEC is not as good, which could lend you not just a 1 or 2 finish regular season-wise in the SEC, but obviously bolsters you, gives you a better chance, gives you better matchups for the upcoming NCAA tournament in March.
All right, that's your opening drive. It's brought to you by Farm Credit of Western Arkansas. 25 locations around our state to take care of you. With Farm Credit, they'll find you the right financing option for you and your family, whether it's remodeling your home or building a brand new one, buying acreage, or any other option. Talk with Farm Credit first and find out exactly what they can do for you and your financing needs. That's myaglender.com for location information, myaglender.com, Farm Credit of Western Arkansas.
John's still a little uneasy with the Arkansas's defense, especially from the bigs. Even last night, those guys drove to the rim and finished on up with these, just as Boozer and Toppin did. Yeah, listen, this team's not perfect. Toppin went for, 40? No, he didn't go 40. 30 on you. It's 30 and 24 because Anderson had 24 or 26, whatever it was. But there's still issues on this team. And if you wanted to pick out one glaring one, it would still be your front, like your 5 defense and the guys' abilities down low. But
and the nightmare is if you get that 5 that can make that one-step turn, like Toppin could hit that little baby hook. It wasn't even really a hook. He just kind of little baby turn and toss. You've got to force the opponent to shoot through. You got to pack it in. And your nightmare is you got a guy like that you have to defend, and then that you catch them on a day they're just burying threes.
Yeah, which Texas Tech.
That's the nightmare scenario.
And they did for about 30 minutes of that game. Duke, I can't remember if Duke was making threes, but it was more of just Boozer abusing your bigs down low.
I'd like to see Boozer and Toppin kind of go at each other.
That'd be a fun game. I don't know if Tech and Duke are scheduled, but that would be an entertaining game. Again, only 2 games left remaining until SEC play, and it's kind of like what Nick Pringle said yesterday, and just getting ready for the SEC. He's ready for it. I know the team's ready for it, and we'll see what this team can do when it gets closer.
I'm just ready to, get this next game and start SEC play, on a hot hand.
Yeah. So it's all getting here, but it feels like an SEC game coming this weekend with a matchup with Houston. All the lines for that game, college football playoff games, everything available at Bet Saracen. Check that out. Busy weekend of sports. All right, we're off and running on a What's Your Beef Wednesday, brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market. Want to remind you that APAC and Standard Materials Group has all the aggregates, top quality aggregates you need for any 2026 project that's coming up. Rock, sand, gravel, and ready-mix concrete. They take care of tens of thousands of yards of ready-mix concrete on a monthly basis. There's like 52 variables that go into a yard of concrete. So depending on what your project is, the slope you're on, the density requirements, hardness requirements, they can help you with all of that. 479-587-3300. Merry Christmas from APAC and Standard Materials Group.
He's talking about Richard's Meat Market.
Wednesdays brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
I'm faced with you,
Need a new fence but not ready to pay all at once? The Fence Man, serving Fort Smith for over 40 years, offers 18-month financing so you can secure your home or office now and pay over time. Free quotes, custom designs, and the expertise to accomplish what most can't. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanar.com. The Fence Man, he ain't afraid of no work.
Few things in life are more important than showing up. Whether you show up for your family, friends, or teammates, it doesn't hurt to bring a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together, we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council, courtesy of Beef. Itswhatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
This is Bruce Stanton, Vice President and General Manager of Pradco Fishing in Fort Smith. If you're going to do some cold water bass fishing, you need to be using an Umbrella Flash Mob Jr. It's the best lure for duplicating.
Thanks for watching us here on ESPN Arkansas. Download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouth.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got crappie.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes take you on lavish adventures. Luxuriate with your faves in the $5 box. Be transported to more opulence with the $7 box. Or encounter a world of delights in the $9 box, like the cheesy dipping burritos with creamy garlic sauce. It's Lux. For less. Choose your $5, $7, or $9 Lux Cravings box, only at Taco Bell.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge. And when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
Does your Razorback closet need an upgrade? The University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you're looking for, only at Roback.com. They've custom designed the best hoodies, polos, and Q-zips for your school. Go check out this and more at Roback.com, and don't forget to use our link for 20% off. Use code RUSH25 at checkout on Roback.com for 20% off your first order. That's RHOBACK.com. 20% off all hoodies, joggers, and more with Rush 25. Roback, where action meets comfort.
Get 20% off on your first order with the code RUSH25.
You don't always win your first bet. That's why MyBookie has you covered. Use our code HOGS, H-O-G-S, and your first bet up to $500 is fully covered. If your pick doesn't hit, you get it right back with our Bet Back bonus. Go to MyBookie.ag and use the code HOGS to claim your Bet Back bonus. MyBookie's where bettors win together, because bragging's good, but cashing in is better. And your first bet is fully covered. Use our code HOGS.
Must opt in during the bet to use the Bet Back bonus.
Dad, the driver looks dirty. You yucky, Daddy.
Hey, don't worry, boys. That's what we do best. At My Dreams Mo Wash, we make homes, businesses, and even big industrial spaces shine like new.
So you can clean houses and big buildings?
That's right. Residential, commercial, or industrial. No job's too big or too small. Call My Dreams Mo Wash today at 479-763-5561 or visit mjmowash.com.
My Junior's Mobile Wash. One call, cleans it all.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they loved the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor E from Woodland. Think about it.
Every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
There's only one Razorback.
Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
Razorback fans, let's stand up and call those.
107 down.
This one belongs to the Razorbacks. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Colin. Alex has got room.
Everybody, woo pick Suey.
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
So I know I'd wondered about when they were going to make the coordinator and other coaching hires official. A lot of them have been reported. It sounds like that the staff is rounding into form. Tim Cramsey, Chad Lunsford, and Ron Roberts have been officially named the offensive coordinator, special teams coordinator, and defensive coordinator for Arkansas yesterday, Tommy.
Yeah, so your coordinators are set. We'll find out some roles. Some of these guys are going to be assistant position coaches that we've seen in media reports. Some will be on-field full assistants, and now with no limit in the support staff, that might be where a lot of this supposed extra money we've been told about is going to get spent, but we at least know or have confirmation on what's been reported with the coordinators, and I am assuming today, tomorrow, this week, maybe some of the other staff positions will be released as well.
Seems like there's more SEC experience on the defensive side than the offensive side based on just the reported hires.
Well, and I think, Silverfield obviously brought his OC with him that had been with him at Memphis, and Roberts is a very experienced SEC coordinator, so but yeah, I think your analysis on SEC experience across the staff is there, particularly on the defensive side, and that's expected with Ron Roberts and the connections he's had over the years in the SEC.
Arkansas wins by 28 last night in Bud Walton Arena. Darius Acuff, 10 assists, no turnovers. Kenny Payne couldn't say enough good things about him.
I think Darius is doing a great job of leading us, getting not just points, getting assists, which he had 10 tonight. Probably if we make a couple more shots, he probably could have easily had 15.
You said before the show, Hogstat shared something with Chuck mid-broadcast that Darius did something.
Well, it's towards the end. I think that going back, there was not a player, at least in the SEC era, if I remember how I heard this right, that had 23 points, 10 assists, and no turnovers. And there was a little conversation between Matt and Chuck about Lee Mayberry going back, 30-plus years. But the question would be, would Lee Mayberry have ever had 23 points? He probably would have a game with 10 assists and no turnovers. But I don't know if he'd have 23 to go with it. So, I mean, the point is the historical context of last night's performance. Now, I know it was against Queens. It was not in a conference game. It was not against a ranked opponent. But 23, 10, and 0 turnovers for a point guard is incredible.
Yeah. Go ahead, Big C.
I was going to say, did y'all see the sweater for the Queens coach?
The gangsta rapper?
Yeah, I mean, that seemed a little too, I don't know. And they're
all rapper like Christmas
all
rapper.
The assistant coaches were wearing them too, so.
I mean, I guess they thought we were having an ugly sweater contest or something, but it was a Christmas sweater. I mean, it wasn't like, it was WRAPPER, gangsta rapper for Christmas.
Yeah.
It was, someone told him that thing looked good, and they lied to him.
Too silly, man.
They
Too
lied
silly
to
for a basketball
If
game.
if you're gonna wear that, you need to do better than losing by 28. In my opinion, but
I don't think there's anything he could have wore that would have changed the outcome of last night's game.
No, and we talked about this earlier. Very business-like. That was a team in that came into your building that everyone knew what the outcome was going to be. That could have been a lot closer than like some other games have been this season. Arkansas said, no, we're just going to take care of business. Yes, there's issues like there is on every college basketball team, but it's got to be encouraging that these guys had a pretty outstanding game once again, and a lot of it, again, led by Darius Acuff.
And, hey, listen, ball handling was good by Acuff. You still had 14 turnovers. There's things to coach from out of this game. Arkansas gave up 42 paint points last night. 42. That's not a good stat. Now, are we foolish enough to believe they played with the same intensity for 40 minutes as they did against Texas Tech or they did against Louisville or they will this Saturday? No. So am I worried about these things? No. But in the end, they did give up 42 paint points. They did turn it over 14 times. So there's still some things the coaches can go in and drill down on as they get ready for Houston. They're leaving tomorrow to go to New York City. So they will be there a day earlier than most road games, and they'll play Saturday before coming home. But so they don't have a ton of time on the ground here to get ready.
That is your Hog Update this morning on a What's Your Beef Wednesday. Hog Update always brought to you by our friends at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Brought up Louisville. Louisville got clocked last night by Tennessee by 21 in Thompson Bowling Arena. Tennessee, 3 losses on the season. One of those was not to the Cardinals last night. They've lost Tennessee has lost to Houston. Then they beat them.
I think Tennessee beat Houston.
Well, this was postseason from last year. I'm sorry. They beat Houston by 3 this season. They've losses to Kansas, Syracuse, and Illinois this year, but they did get the better of Louisville. So common opponents for Razorbacks. Christian brought up, I wonder if Tech and Duke are going to match up. They play each other on Saturday in Madison Square Garden.
It'd have to be postseason, right? So I think we're running out of time for those kind of games. But you said Tech. Hang on, what did you say?
Saturday.
Duke and Texas Tech played Saturday in Madison Square Square Garden.
I was unaware. So that's going to be a great one to watch Boozer and Toppin go head to head. Hey, LureNet.com's got all those last-minute gifts you need. Get it shipped and in to put in stockings. Bruce was talking yesterday about the 100 count on the Bobby Garland Baby Shad, so get those. A lot of their packaging's 2 inches wide, perfectly fits on a tree or stocking stuffer, so you can find all that at LureNet.com, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, and your favorite Walmart and your favorite tackle shops all over the place. Go to LureNet.com and get started. Free shipping on orders over $35. It is a What's Your Beef Wednesday. What is grinding your gears this week? Is it Christmas? Is it the holidays? You can tell us about it here this morning on a What's Your Beef Wednesday, brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market. All the last-minute things you need for your holiday feast are available at Richard's. Prime beef. They've got all the sides, everything in the seasonings, seafood, and more, all at Richard's Country Meat Market, 443-0000 for Richard's Country Meat Market.
Morning Rush Daily Question coming up, plus Nick Saban makes a move with the NHL.
Well, he's talking about Richard's Meat Market because that's my spot. And, of course, Richard and Chris have been around forever.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
I'll face with you, Ty.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Few things in life are more important than showing up. Whether you show up for your family, friends, or teammates, it doesn't hurt to bring a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together, we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council, courtesy of beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Designed by Jason Christie, the Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait doesn't just bring the fight, it dominates. Choose from 3 blade options: Colorado for maximum thump, Willow for bright flash, and the one the pros won't talk about, the Oklahoma blade. Perfectly balanced for subtle vibration, multiple flash points, and unmatched versatility. The Oklahoma blade is your secret weapon for pressured waters. Precision engineering, tournament proven, and one mission: dominate. Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait, here for one thing.
How about Trevin?
This is the Morning Rush.
Artie's Original Bag is back, now with even more full-size sandwiches. Choose any two: the new spicy chicken sandwich, hot ham and cheese, hand-breaded chicken tender wrap, or charbroiled double cheeseburger. Mix and match any two, with fries and a drink, just $6.99. Why settle for junior burgers? Get big savings on full-size goodness in Hardee's Country. Download the app and join my rewards for special offers. These items only, tax not included. Price and participation may vary. See app for terms.
Have you had Cheerwine yet? The cherry flavor soda has had people coming back since 1917. This is RD with Platinum Distributing. We help bring Cheerwine to the River Valley for you to try. Nothing goes with food like Cheerwine. Burgers, barbecue, pizza, you name it. Okay, now we're hungry and thirsty. Cheerwine is a one-of-a-kind soft drink with a unique cherry taste that has been delighting Southerners for more than a century. Pick up Cheerwine at your local Jam Mart, Harps, and other fine establishments. Cheerwine, uniquely Southern since 1917.
Archery season is here, and Infinity Sports and Outdoors has all your archery needs and more. Infinity Sports has top compound bows and crossbows, all tuned and ready to shoot. Expert bow technicians with years of experience are on site and ready to get you dialed in to hunt. Need gear? Infinity has tree stands, saddles, plus blinds from Banks Outdoors. Find all your hunting needs now at Infinity Sports and Outdoors, 3700 Highway 71 north in Alma. Infinity Sports and Outdoors.
The holiday season is upon us, and Blue Ember Smokehouse is here to take the stress out of cooking. Order one of our whole turkeys, juicy turkey breasts, or pick carving hams. Spend more time with the family and less time in the kitchen. Place your holiday order today online at blueembersmokehouse.com or stop by in-store or call your nearest Blue Ember Smokehouse. Blue Ember Smokehouse. Get smoked.
Blue Ember Smokehouse knocked it out of the park. Probably one of the best turkeys I've ever eaten. The heating up instructions, everything was great. So I just wanted to give a kudos to them.
When electrical needs pop up, don't get left in the dark. Call the local team that's trusted on and off the field. Harrison Electric. That's who homeowners and local businesses choose. Harrison Electric. Honest, dependable, and they leave no mess behind. From quick fixes to major upgrades, Harrison Electric is your go-to for all your electrical projects. Don't sit on the sideline with electrical problems. Get back in the game with the pros you can count on. Harrison Electric. Honest, quick, trusted. 652-3077.
Here's NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin.
As a race car driver for 40 years, I survived a lot of crashes. Not everyone can run into a wall at 200 miles an hour and walk away. Without a seatbelt, I wouldn't be alive today. Now I'm retired, back home in Arkansas driving my pickup. I'm shocked how many people aren't wearing seatbelts. Why risk your life when it only takes 2 seconds to buckle up? Take it from number 6. Buckle up, Arkansas.
A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, not when you work with Tara Limbird and the Limbird Real Estate Group. With over $1 billion in real estate sold, Tara's team knows how to make the process simple, successful, and even enjoyable. They can provide you with a cash offer in 72 hours Or you can use Terra's high-octane marketing and sell your home for thousands over asking. When it's time to buy or sell, trust the team that delivers results. Go to LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at CarpathSocial.com.
Morning Rush Daily Question. Is Trevor Brazile a potential first-team All-American? Or am I just fanboying here? With the way he's playing right now he's got to be consistent. And I don't know if he can keep the mental confidence going.
That's the key.
But with the way he's been playing in the last handful of games, his physical domination in a lot of cases, a lot of matchups, is Trevor Brazile a potential? I'm putting the word potential in there. Is he a potential first-team All-American this year?
Mm-hmm. He has shown that what he is capable of, not only against Texas Tech, but then he followed it up with another good performance against Queens. I know Queens is not very good, but the confidence level was there last night.
26-4 last night. He was 5 of 7 behind the three-point line. He likes to get in that right corner, and he just money there when he hits the first one, like you said.
Well,
9 of 11 from the floor, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, 3 steals, no blocks.
We can do it a couple ways. So who's he going to go up against? Boozer, Toppin.
Mm-hmm.
Those are just the 2 guys that I think of that you played. Is he better than either of those guys?
Well, there's more than one spot on the team, but so far.
But if you have 5 players,
I would say not as good as Toppin, even though he played well in a game. When you say Toppin's still the better player,
and he's not
Boozer proved he was.
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas won the game against Tech, but I would still put Toppin in that conversation.
They'll have a point guard, shooting forward, power forward, and that. He plays power forward. So my initial thing is no, because he's not better than the 2 guys you played this year.
But the season isn't over either.
Yeah, no, you're right. And he's averaging, like I was just pulling up his stats, he's averaging 15 points. He's shooting, and this is what I'm happy about. He surpassed Malik Thomas now in terms of the 2 leading scorers on this team. That's not a shot towards Malik. I just said it. You're not going to get to a Final Four with
Malik was
2 freshmen.
Under the weather or something.
He was 1 for 10.
Yeah.
Didn't do that good. Trevor's shooting
47%
from 3. He's shooting 80% from the free throw line. He's giving you 7 boards as well, a steal and a half and a block and a half a game. And the other thing, he's staying on the floor. We've talked about Nick's not staying on the floor. Trevin's only averaging basically a foul and a half. So he can play him a lot because he's not getting into foul trouble. Even against Toppin, I think he only had 3 fouls. And they put him on the majority of the end of the game. Now, Toppin scored at will at times, but he was scoring at will on anyone. He scored at will on Pringle. He was scoring at will on Ewan. So that just happens. But, again, the 2 best players you played all season, probably Toppin and Boozer. He's not better than both those guys. He's probably not going to end up better than both those guys. So I would say he's not going to be a first team. But, yeah, could he wind up an All-American? Yes, just not.
Okay. That's your Morning Rush Daily Question, and it's brought to you by Cart Path Social.
122 Grant Place in Lowell. Perfect place that you could host your New Year's party. Maybe you want to get some friends together. Go to cartpathsocial.com. Click on the events tab. You can contact Nate and Christian there. Also, if you still want to get in a last-second Christmas party, you can do that. Maybe it's a birthday party. Maybe you want to kick off the year with a fun party in 2026. College football playoff games this weekend. NFL playoff games are right around the corner. You can watch them all. BYOB, always at Cart Path Social. I feel like that's a fair assessment. I think he has like the capability. And if you want to point to this, like if I want to take the positive vantage point, if Arkansas finishes first or second in what could be the toughest conference in the SEC, he's going to get a lot more praise because he's a part of that team. And that maybe gives him more credit than a team that finishes third, fourth, or fifth in their league than what Arkansas could finish in first or second.
He's going to have to play really good defense like he did last night to get the kind of praise that Toppin and Boozer get, I think, as well, because we know the scoring, he's capable of putting up a ton of points.
Ryan says he's the best player on the team when he wants to be. Hog Wild says he won't be an All-American or All-SEC, but he may end up on an NBA roster.
And listen, there's a lot of big bodies and big wingspans, but his to me is exceptional. The way he can cut down passing lanes, the way he can defend potentially without being chest to chest, belly to belly, which you don't, and still not give the opponent a step because his legs and his arms can move and shut down the driving lane even, and he can move laterally. There's a lot in his technique, and I think more that this coaching staff will teach him, but with his ability, if he can get his lateral movement to where he can close down a driving lane and be legal on defense and use that long 7'4" wingspan, man, he's going to be tough in some of these SEC games because of what he can do to driving lanes and passing lanes for opposing guards.
Michael says that we're reacting to Brazil. He feels like he's going to be exposed the rest of the season. On the other side, Darren and Alma says TB is playing great. He's fun to watch. Yes, on the potential All-American, if he can keep it up in SEC play, he can be a hothead at times, and he has to control that.
I mean, I think this is a guy we should be talking about, hopefully talking about at the end of the year as a lottery pick in the NBA draft. I think he's playing his way into that kind of.
Well, I think about when he's
just because of some of the physical things I just talked about. You can't coach a 7'4" wingspan.
Mm-mm. Just think about him.
The guy's 6'10" and moves the floor down the floor as well as he does.
Yeah, played basketball right outside of Springfield. Starts in Columbia, and then he comes to Arkansas after his freshman year. Tears his ACL, unfortunately. Comes back the next season. Was thought to be, hey, this is going to be the guy. Was still injury hampered, wasn't the guy. Last year, up and down year, turns it on at times, and then this year again, he's hit his. I say he's hit his peak. We've seen him hit his peak multiple times, so maybe we don't even know what it is. But he's had an up and down career, and it would be cool. Like this team gets to a Sweet 16 last year, if he could really, really end it on a high note with the deep run in the NCAA tournament. We're a long way off. Yeah. The good thing is you played, when you think about his 4 games against high-caliber opponents, didn't show up in the Michigan State game. He said that, not me. Had a good game against Duke and a great game against Louisville and Texas Tech. Mm-hmm. So in the 4 games of evidence that we have of TB that actually matter, he's played great in 2 of them, good in 1 of them, and bad in 1. I'll take that. If that's 4 games in the NCAA tournament, you'd love him to play great in all 4. But that's
how many are you going to lose when he gives you a line like last night in SEC play? 20 plus. He could have maybe a few more rebounds, but let's not judge last night as an SEC game. But if he gives you 21, 7, and limits his turnovers to 2 or less, you're probably going to win a lot of SEC games because he's got so much else around him with Acuff, with Ewan, with Thomas, with Knox. I mean, I don't know how an opponent can keep all of the weapons Arkansas has down. Now, that doesn't mean Arkansas is going 18-0 in the SEC, but this is a team that can legitimately win 12, 13, 14 games in the SEC, too.
Yeah, and to your point, I mean, Kenny Payne talked about it last night.
Look, we got great players. So if you decide to focus on one guy, there are 4 other guys on that court that can hurt you.
Absolutely.
We need all of them to know 1 through 8, 1 through 9, that they are vital to the success of this team. If we're going to be a deep team in the NCAA tournament, all 8 or 9 have to be at their best.
Yeah, double team somebody. Go ahead and double team Trevin Brazile. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead and try that. Let's see how that works out for you.
5 starters scored in double digits. I know Malik didn't have a good shooting game at 1 for 11 last night, but he gave you 6 assists. Billy Richmond gave you 15 points off the bench. Ewan didn't play a lot because he's under the weather. Isaiah played slightly under 7 minutes. It was cool to see Jaden get his first bucket as a Razorback, and Amir Brown and Aiden Kelly get in there. But it is, again, this team is difficult to game plan for and play against. And what I think the biggest part, and I noticed it from the jump last night, so Arkansas's down 5-0. Darius drives to the rim. He gets double or triple team, kicks it out to Carter. He bangs the three. Pretty much after that, the game was over. Darius has made, as he's played in these bigger games, he has made the right play and not taking these contested double team shots and gotten guys open, which helps out the rest of the team and gets the offense in flow.
Clay pointed this out to me in a text a minute ago. Take Malik Thomas out of it. He was 1 of 11 last night. All right. Team shot 56% with that. You take Malik Thomas out, Clay is a good pickup. Team shoots 66% last night. Now, I know you just can't, I just can't take that one triple bogey off my card.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, you had a guy that wasn't feeling well, went 1 of 11. 11 was too many.
Yeah.
The rest of the team was on fire. Now, again, you played Queens last night. You didn't play Houston. You didn't play Tennessee that's coming up. But this team, we always talk about John Calabrese teams getting off to a little bit of a slower start. I don't know that I'm hopeful that we won't see that lull come early January in SEC play.
Yeah, and I think
who's playing better in the SEC right now than Arkansas?
Vanderbilt hasn't played the degree of competition. Alabama's actually even out-scheduled you, which is crazy. Their schedule's been
But I don't know if they're
brutal.
out-playing you.
Mm-hmm. Tennessee
looked good against
again,
Louisville. I didn't see any of it, but
they lost 2 or 3 straight. I listed off their losses. I think it was Kansas, Illinois, and I forget the other team they lost to.
But no one's hotter over the last 10, 15 days than Arkansas.
Mm-hmm. And
go back to the Louisville game since then.
And you have a chance to again stamp it this Saturday because they're not going to lose to JMU on the 28th. That'll be maybe a closer game, but it might be a lapse. You come back from Christmas if you win this game on Saturday. But you could stack up Texas Tech neutral site, Houston neutral site, Louisville at home. I mean, it'd be tough to. I don't have the college basketball schedules in front of me of the best 3 wins of the college basketball, but you at least be in contention for that with those 3 wins if you win this game in New Jersey on Saturday.
Valley Family Dental, formerly known as Riley Farm Dental, they're at the entrance to Riley Farms. They provide every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, cosmetics, and also custom-built snore guards. If sleep apnea and snoring is something that your wife tells you do every night, get a custom-built, not one that you found on Facebook for $29.99. Get a custom-built snore guard, and when you mention you heard it here, get $300 off that custom-built snore guard to help relieve your sleep apnea and your snoring. Call for your appointment for anything you need from Riley Farm Dental or Valley Family Dental Practice, 479-226-3500, 226-3500, or go to valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Josh says if TV could walk like Boozer and Toppin, he'd be an All-American and all everything. Scott, the tortilla guy, points out one of the things that Malik Thomas has to get better is his defense. Yeah, freshmen have there's liabilities at times for freshmen, and I would say that's not Malik's strength either. But, again, part of your weapon as a team has been bench points, and he's been a huge asset.
Hey, Arts Barbecue Burgers and More, they are getting ready for the holidays, and last-minute Christmas holiday offerings are available. Get your orders in. They're filling up, so stop by or call 8203 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. You can get a full Christmas meal that includes everything you need for you and your family, whole or smoked turkeys. Got a choice of 3 different sides. You can get other items like beef tenderloins, pork tenderloins, and more. 452-2550 or stop by Arts, 8203 Rogers in Fort Smith, and Merry Christmas from Arts Barbecue Burgers and More.
We're going to chat with Richard Davenport on the other side, more beef. Still want to talk about this Nick Saban story as well in hour 2.
Protect what matters most with the Fence Man. From heavy-duty security fencing to powered automatic gates, the Fence Man's got Fort Smith covered. The Fence Man has served the Fort Smith area for over 40 years. Custom built and built to last. Free quotes, financing for 18 months. When it comes to security fencing, nobody builds it better than the Fence Man. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Few things in life are more important than showing up. Whether you show up for your family, friends, or teammates, it doesn't hurt to bring a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together, we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council, courtesy of beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Whether you're fishing for cold water bass on Beaver Lake or Table Rock, or fishing for a trophy brown trout on the mighty White River, the Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue will catch them. It has that famous rolling action whether it's fished extremely slow or worked fast in heavy current. This rogue suspends, so it will stay in the strike zone longer, allowing you to catch more fish. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is the Morning Rush.
It's Holiday Relief Cash at Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisaw. Get $1,500 in cash back, Troy, right now before Christmas.
Yes, Tommy, and that's on new and pre-owned vehicles. You know, right now you can come down to Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford and save yourself thousands of dollars, not just on the price of vehicles, but also on the interest rates. You know, I always tell customers when they come in here, we'd much rather make money off the bank than we would make off of you. We want to keep you coming back and make sure you get the best deal on the vehicle you're trying to purchase. So come and see us, Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford. We want to make sure you get the best deal. We want to save you some money. And the holiday relief, you're talking about $1,500 back when you buy from Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford. Times are tough. You're spending money left and right. There's $1,500 in holiday relief. It's only happening at Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford.
1 mile south of exit 308 off of I-40 in Salisaw. Online at harryrobinson.com. Merry Christmas from Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford.
Doe's Eat Place has been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years, and now they're offering smoked prime rib on the weekends. It's a limited supply, so get your reservations in early. Try one of their delicious appetizers or your choice of drinks from the area's largest selection of wine, beer, and liquor. Doe's Eat Place open Tuesday through Thursday 5 to 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming features and events. Call 479-784-9111 for Doe's Eat Place, 422 North 3rd Street in Fort Smith.
Valley Family Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, same-day crowns, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients a better life with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Let them know you heard this on ESPN Radio and receive $300 off a snore guard. Valley Family Dental, 479-226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
TGI Fridays in Fort Smith, where football fans win with 50-cent wings all day, every Monday and Thursday. Just 50-cent wings, boneless or traditional, with a 10-piece minimum. It's perfect for Monday night and Thursday night football. Also, don't forget TGI Fridays' brand new steakhouse menu. Hand-cut 14-ounce ribeyes, juicy 8-ounce bacon wrap fillets, and loaded baked potatoes. Big groups are always welcome after the game, and we're open till midnight on Friday and Saturday. TGI Fridays. Come hungry, leave happy. TGI Fridays at 540 and Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
Hi, this is Sydney from Bingaren. 2026 annual passes are now available at Bingaren Golf Course. We offer a variety of plans to meet your budget needs. We have special pricing for juniors, seniors, and military. If you're looking for the best golf value in the River Valley, then look no further than Bingaren Golf Course. Book your 2026 tournament outings now. For more information, call the Pro Shop at 646-5301, go to BingarenGolf.com, or follow us on Facebook. When you think golf, think Bingaren.
Less than 2 seconds left on the clock and no timeouts, Peter. I don't know what they're going to do. Down 3 and way out of field goal range. Truly an unlucky state to be in.
This state has plenty of luck. Last year, 8 Arkansans each won $1 million off a lottery ticket.
State as in a state of being, not... Whoa, touchdown Razorbacks.
This is winning, folks. Every lottery ticket you buy in Arkansas helps fund college scholarships. You could be the next big winner. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, plenty of sunshine and low 60s across the north, clouds and a slight chance of a little rain across the south with temperatures in the mid-50s. We'll see a better chance of rainfall later on tonight. Overnight lows will be into the upper 40s. Rain and a few rumbles of thunder on Thursday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Grain Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936. KERX Paris Fort Smith.
Just enjoy playing the bud. Not everybody get to play the bud.
ESPN 95.3.
You. I want to complain. I'm complaining.
I want to complain about
complaining.
It really pisses me off today.
To simply listen to people whine and complain.
I'm angry. I'm spitting angry. I'm like a tornado of anger, swirling about. My heart rate is dangerously high right now.
I'm complaining because not enough people tickle, hug, or smile.
I'm something, man. I could eat ball bearings and crap, baby.
Live from the Busch Light Studios, this is The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
The most feedback we got from Beefs in hour number one were concerning cancellations, whether it was car washes or gym memberships or various things that you've set on auto pay. It seems like that was the most frustrating thing that people have had to deal with in recent days and memories. They're convoluted, they're complicated, and they make it nearly impossible to undo, it seems like at times. One of the texts I didn't get to now from Brennan, it's like when you send something back to and they make it nearly impossible to try just an apparel item of some sort, something like that. He pointed to Fanatics being a real issue and pain to deal with.
Fabletics is another one. You sign up for their VIP deal to get their 90% off, and then, that can be a bit of a pain. So they do these things on purpose. Everybody wants to have you on a subscription these days. So
or put you on hold for an hour and just all these.
I have a lot of windshield time. I can wait. So. Hey, it's What's Your Beef Wednesdays, brought to you by Richards Country Meat Market, 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville, richardscountrymeatmarket.com. Everything for the holidays and your feast and your family gathering is at Richards Country Meat Market. They always bring us What's Your Beef Wednesday. Side dishes, desserts, the main entree, everything you need is at Richards Country Meat Market, 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville. You started making New Year's resolutions yet? Got a list working?
Trying to read more.
I
just started the late Nate Allen's book, trying to be better about I've got this bookshelf, and I said it last year, I said it the year before, and I end up just getting on my phone. I don't watch TV really unless there's a game on. I've actually been good about that, but I'd like to read more.
One of my things, turning 50 here in a few days, I've got to get my health more in line. I think a lot of guys, and that's probably been on my list, and done a little better at the end of the year, but I'm excited about partnering again with Vici Aesthetics and Wellness. Peptides. I haven't known a lot about these till I started speaking with the staff at Vici Aesthetics and Wellness. Peptides are something that can not only make you look great, and each one has a different job. These aren't necessarily just weight loss items. They do the weight loss products there. So if you want the semaglutide or the teraziptide that will help reduce your appetite and get you right and help you lose weight, they do those programs. One of the things they've talked with me about is this NAD+. It's one of the peptides. They do Samorlin, and they also do glutathione. All have a different job. Some can help remove the antioxidants from your body. Some help, like Samorlin helps with the growth hormone. So if you're working out and you want to get more from your workouts, Samorlin will help you with that. I've started something called NAD+, and it's vital. It's vital in helping you feel better and having more energy. It acts as a helper in the molecule in the critical processes and the power energy production in your body, converts nutrients into ATP, the energy currency of cells in your body. It repairs DNA and helps damage DNA and fixing those things, regulates cell signaling and more. And just really the benefits: it boosts energy, promotes healthy aging, supports brain health, which clearly I need, enhances metabolism, improves your cellular health, and reduces fatigue. If you're like me, you're around 50 and you need to help with fatigue and you need to maybe boost your metabolism, might ask about NAD+, Samorlin, or glutathione, all peptides that can help you, plus custom weight loss programs, all available at Vici Aesthetics and Wellness here in Northwest Arkansas. 479-343-8424 is their number, 343-8424. They can do telemedicine and get your program set up over the phone and get you started with just one simple phone call. 479-343-8424. Mention you heard it right here and get 10% off your order in your program when you start now. 343-8424 and ask about your 10% off with Vici Aesthetics and Wellness.
That sounds good.
Richard Davenport on the Morning Rush is brought to you by House of Webster and Rogers.
You know, I say I'm trying to watch what I eat. Well, I cheated the other night.
When it comes to flavor, nobody does it better than House of Webster.
That's what makes them different than others. They have so many different flavors.
Locally made jams, jellies, salsas, and sauces for over 90 years.
Surely you're going to find one that you really, really like, or you're going to like them all.
All right, RD, welcome in. Richard Davenport, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. 28-point win for the Razorbacks last night. Great game from Darius Acuff and Trevin Brazil, another career high from him. They sweep the SEC awards this past weekend, and a big one ahead for Houston. As we're rounding, kind of getting in at the end of non-conference play, your thoughts on what this team looks like heading into SEC play?
Well, I think like most fans, especially after winning the against Louisville and on Saturday, you have to feel pretty good about this team and you know and what they can do going forward, as far as just progressing as a team concept and getting used to one another, and all the pieces are right there. The key is going to be continued good play in the post, down low. Gonna have to, win some battles there, especially with rebounds and getting some points. And obviously that just opens up everything else.
When you think about what we've seen really lately from Trevin and Darius, what has been more impressive? A freshman doing what he's been doing, or is it TB playing maybe the best basketball he's played thus far?
Well, Trevin can just take over a game. I mean, we've seen that, and if he is dialed in, he can dominate. And now Darius can do it in a different way. But when you got to have a big man that can score from outside, inside, block shots, alter shots, rebound. I mean, the guy's got unbelievable talent, and when he's on and focused, he's as good as there is in the country.
Richard, as you've watched this team, has your ceiling adjusted for where you think this basketball team can go? Just looking at them right now, I mean, I know we've got the recency of the Texas Tech victory. We watched them against Louisville. Just their body of work. Have you changed your opinion of how good you think this team can be in the postseason?
No, it's about. I'll be honest with you. It's about what I expected going into the season. I really felt like that they had a chance to have a really good squad and progress during the season and into a more of a team concept, and guys learn their roles and just the natural progression. But I mean, this team can go as far as as anybody in the country, whether that's the national championship, Final Four, Elite Eight, what have you. Obviously, there's got to be some bounces that go your way. The best teams don't always win, and that could be the case with Arkansas.
Richard Davenport with us, brought to you by the House of Webster. Let's shift gears to football. We got the official release yesterday on the coordinators. Looks like the staff really starting to take shape. I guess soon enough we'll probably get more clarification from Ryan Silverfield on what everybody's roles will be, but kind of clarifying the coordinators' roles yesterday.
Yeah, and I expect the other guys to be announced fairly soon. Excuse me. As far as I know, and I'm not saying all, but the vast majority of the hires that have been reported, they're in house. They just haven't been announced yet. So I anticipate all that to happen fairly soon. And I'm anxious. I'm more anxious to see the support staff. Now, I don't know when that will be complete, because obviously the GM was just recently announced. Well, not by the U of A, but he's going to be putting together a staff along with, the recruiting end of it. Now, I really want to see what the numbers look like compared to what Sam Pittman and his staff was, as far as the total numbers of support staff, because Arkansas had one of the lower end staffing in the SEC when it comes to support staff, and that's obviously an area that they needed to improve. So I'm anxious to see that and see the numbers versus what Coach Pittman had.
You talk a lot more to family and players and their high school coaches. I'm starting to hear in a few instances with some connections I've got of NIL deals with players on this roster that have been with the team, multi-season deals, 7-figure deals. Are you hearing some of the same with some of the players they definitely want to hang on to? Sounds like they're working hard in identifying the players they've got to keep.
Well, that's been an issue with Arkansas the last few years. Some of the best players have left the program, and you could say maybe there was some, a few issues here or there, but the main issue, in my opinion, was the lack of resources. And I think when Coach, not Coach, but Hunter Yurachek was talking about Coach Pittman not having the resources to compete in the SEC. Obviously, he was talking about the roster pay salaries or whatever you want to classify it as. But when you don't have the money and somebody else has a little bit more money and they can offer $100,000 or $200,000 more for one of your key players, that I think that's what we saw in the past with the lack of resources, and maybe we'll find out more as the portal continues to get closer. But it looks fairly promising that you're not seeing as many guys leave the program, and I think that's again, it goes back to resources.
Yeah, I think there's only 3 that have at least announced publicly. Richard Davenport, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette, brought to you by the House of Webster. RD, I was talking to a donor yesterday, and he was under the impression that the foundation should lay out like a goal or a plan on what they're trying to accomplish when it comes. And I know Hunter's been tight-lipped about the money they have versus the money they want, but doesn't it seem more like it helps Arkansas football and the rest of the sports more if there's a goal and there's an idea of what you're trying to attain when it comes to fundraising?
I think communication's always the best in all relationships, business, personal, what have you. But I think that's something that obviously could be maybe improved on. But right now, I'd love for Hunter to have a press conference and ask him, is Arkansas in the third lane now? Because the College Sports Commission basically has no teeth right now, because the 68 Power 4 schools couldn't agree or all sign up for that. The agreement of allowing them to be the enforcer of NIL and other areas of college football. But I would really like to know what they're doing NIL-wise. Are they in that third lane? I suspect that they're in that third lane. I don't know that, but I do know that obviously, technically, any NIL deal, really, other than from the revenue sharing, NIL deals are supposed to be with businesses and athletes, and they have to be market value and all that. But right now, there's no rules because the College Sports Commission has no teeth right now because not all 68 Power 4 teams have agreed on it.
Speaking of rules, seems like a school recently that breaks all of them is Michigan. I wonder your thoughts on like this upcoming game in Norman. Could that determine whether Kalen DeBoer would take the Ann Arbor job, or is that just media smoke? What are your thoughts on him potentially leaving Tuscaloosa for Michigan?
That's a good question. I mean, I guess that could be that could maybe make him think that he needs to leave, because anytime Alabama loses the game, the heat continues to go up. Anytime you don't win a national championship at Alabama, because they're so used to winning championships because of Coach Saban, the heat continues. So, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to be. I mean, I don't know if the pressure would be as much at Michigan, but it wouldn't be too much less. I can assure you that, and especially trying to clean up what's going on just recently.
Any thoughts on the college football playoff games this weekend? I mean, you got two games that I think are going to end up as blowouts with JMU and Oregon, and the one in Oxford between Ole Miss and Tulane. But you got a good one in College Station, good one in Norman. How do you think they shake out after this weekend, RD?
Well, Oklahoma's defense is lights out. Let's face it. That they're the reason that they beat Alabama the first time. You had that pick six that was the difference. I'll go with Alabama this time just because I think they are the overall better team, but still they're playing in Norman, so it's a 50-50 game. Whoever makes the most mistakes probably end up losing. But and far as the games on Saturday, it's sad that Tulane and James Madison are in the playoffs. I just don't get that. I wish leadership would change their thinking and get the best top 12 teams in the playoffs instead of being politically correct.
Yeah, I think a lot of us feel that way. RD, you're brought to you every time you join us by House of Webster. Go to houseofwebster.com. Mike and the team have been doing it for over 90 years. Best jams, jellies, and salsas around 1013 North 2nd Street in Rogers. I mean, Christmas is here next week, man. If you're going to get something gift-wise, you better call House of Webster. You better go to their website, or you're going to miss out this year.
Exactly. You could order and they could ship it to wherever it needs to be shipped, and that's pretty easy stuff.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. HouseofWebster.com. Again, over 90 years right here in Arkansas. Richard, good stuff, man. We'll chat next week.
See you guys.
All right, that's Richard Davenport, Whole Hog Sports Arkansas. Democrat. I say next week. Is next week Christmas Eve? Doing them.
Yeah, we won't be here.
Okay. Yeah, never mind. Just so used to saying that consistently. We got as the holidays condense down, you were talking earlier that there doesn't seem to be enough time in the day or days on to get stuff done. People taking off. I mean, I've got someone, a friend of mine that works at the home office at Walmart. He is taking off next Monday all the way through like the first of the year or something. He's taking off like 2 weeks. I know some companies will.
I don't know how you do that at the end of the year.
Yeah, I don't either. When he told me that, I was just kind of like,
tells me the areas you're not responsible for.
And the other, so I get, and I was told this. Help me on this. There is no limit to PTO. Like the idea that you don't have to pay someone for the PTO days they don't take, and it actually causes people to work harder and work more, which doesn't make sense to me. Do you have any friends, companies that are like that? Because I have several friends that they have unlimited PTO. And I was just like, that concept is it's what we have to do. I mean, outside of holidays, we pretty much have to be here every morning, one of us. And that concept to me is just so nuts. It's corporate, but more and more companies are doing it nowadays.
Well, they find that people take less because
that's what I'm saying.
We were having a conversation in the office about things we may have to change moving forward. People that have hundreds of hours of PTO that, at some point they're either going to have to use it or lose it. I mean, at some point there's a limit, and then you got some people that are in the hole with their PTOs. I mean, I don't know, but that is kind of a common theme anymore. So
I'll tell you what, since I have over 30 days and I'm going to get more heading into next year, I'll bite the bullet and you can just pay me for them.
I don't think that's part of the program.
If you want to do that, I will fall on that sword.
I don't think that's what
give up
corporate
those
told me to do.
PTO days
think they're just going to expire on 12/31.
And you can pay me for them.
So.
I think that's illegal, isn't it?
No,
we don't want to have that.
You're not PTO is not something you are legally required to even offer.
David says he earns PTO and he's taking every second of it. Chris in Fayetteville says Walmart now has unlimited PTO. I don't know which part.
Never have worked anywhere like that. Probably never will. Hey, the Oaklawn Sports app, download it. Busy weekend of college football and all the games there with the playoffs, NFL. We got obviously a huge college basketball game with Arkansas and Houston. You mentioned Texas Tech and Duke. All those lines will be available. New customers can sign up here. There's a ton of sports between now and early January. Sign up and enjoy the games more with Oaklawn Sports. All the lines are there, the money lines, prop bets, live betting. And if you're a new customer with Oaklawn Sports, you can get their $1,000 in bonus bets. And the way this works is if you sign up, you get a second chance each of your first 10 days up to $100. So if you start off with some bad luck that day, they're going to give you a bonus bet of equal value up to $100 for 10 days for $1,000. They got parlay boost, 10% parlay boost on qualifying 3-leg parlays. And funding and withdrawing from your account has never been easier. So check it out for the holidays. Sign up now. Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app. Bet with a brand you trust. Bet with Oaklawn Sports.
Notable quarterback news in the SEC we'll share with you coming up. Plus, wanting to get into more of your beefs here on a What's Your Beef Wednesday brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market. We continue next.
Everybody's talking about Richard's Meat Market because that's my spot, and of course Richard and Chris have been around forever.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
I basically die.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
I've been wrong before. 1978, I think it was.
This is the Morning Rush.
The new and improved Golf Nut Performance Center will be ready in early 2026. It will be fully equipped with the latest cutting-edge technology to help you play your best golf. Visit the Golf Nut for a great selection of Christmas gifts for your favorite golfer, like rangefinders, clubs, golf balls, apparel, or a gift certificate to the new indoor hitting bay or shop. The Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
This is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson. During the Christmas season, I would like to take a moment to say thank you for your continued support and kindness. Because of you, I get to continue my service to the residents of Sebastian County. Always remember that the greatest gift is the one we share with each other. From my family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
This ad sponsored by Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79.
When electrical needs pop up, don't get left in the dark. Call the local team that's trusted on and off the field. Harrison Electric. That's who homeowners and local businesses choose. Harrison Electric. Honest, dependable, and they leave no mess behind. From quick fixes to major upgrades, Harrison Electric is your go-to for all your electrical projects. Don't sit on the sideline with electrical problems. Get back in the game with the pros you can count on. Harrison Electric. Honest, quick, trusted. 652-3077.
When a business has been around more than 65 years, you know they're doing something right. Hey, Ty Richardson for Johnny's Transmission. They've been trusted in Fort Smith and the River Valley since 1959. Located at 1212 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, they strive to make every customer's experience outstanding and want your vehicle to be in the best condition for the road ahead. Check out their website, johnnystransmissionfs.com, and find them on Facebook. Johnny's Transmission, family owned and operated since 1959.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Winter has arrived, bringing frosty mornings, holiday travels, and unpredictable roads. That's why it's the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart. From top quality tires to expert service at competitive prices, we've got you covered. Visit our Fort Smith location at 9700 Highway 271 and let us prepare your vehicle for everything winter has in store. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion.
You know, every game is a dogfight.
We're about the toughest there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hogs have finally held its first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Run.
I don't know how else I can say it, guys. I've said it 3 different occasions. Well, then I guess I have to say it. I'm not going to be the Alabama coach. I think I've said this over and over and over again.
The Alabama Crimson Tide were on the right side of a coaching change between the Miami Dolphins and Nick Saban, as you heard there, ended up in Tuscaloosa. Are they going to be on the wrong side after this weekend? If Kalen DeBoer loses to Michigan, not Michigan, if they lose to Oklahoma, I've given 4 losses on the season. I think they were 9-4 last year. I think they'd be 10-4 this year, if I remember that right. Would he jump ship after just 2 years and soft
usually
landing
takes a
of
couple
sorts?
hires to replace a legend. I mean, you're not going to get it right as soon as Nick Saban leaves, most likely. I mean, you're going to have success, and DeBoer's had success, but nowhere near what Alabama's used to.
I know that.
Who are they going to hire better than Kalen DeBoer?
I don't know about better, but I would think the Lane Kiffin thing would
That
be.
ship sailed.
Has it?
100%.
Why?
Well, I don't imagine LSU's just going to let him walk out of his contract at LSU.
Yeah.
Generally, the penalty for leaving this early would be so punitive. I don't think he could do that. I think the public sentiment would be so punitive that he doesn't want to go through that. So I just think that's message board fodder. That ain't going. That's not reality.
Because he's put out a statement. He said it in Atlanta at SEC. Greg Burns put out a statement.
Marcus Freeman would be a good fit.
Yeah, he seems to be NFL bound based on different odds and ends. I don't know. Notre Dame's not going to a bowl game of any sorts, but that would be something. It would just throw a crazy twist in the SEC if he decided to leave what is presumed to be by some the best job in America, in college football at least.
So why would he leave the best job in college football? And why would Bama want to run? I mean, again, I understand they're not used to losing 3 and 4 games in a year. I think Bama, to some degree, is still fully getting their feet under them in this NIL world and making the adjustments. But again, who are you going to hire that's notably better than Kalen DeBoer?
Kirby Smart.
I don't think he's
happening.
He's not leaving his alma mater, especially since they're probably going to win the national championship this year.
I mean, you want to go get Dabo?
Yeah.
You want to bring him home? You want to bring him home? Is that an upgrade? I mean, that's the thing. Is Dabo an upgrade?
Recently, no. I mean, DeBoer's had more success than Dabo has. So your point's well made. I'm curious if they lose again to Oklahoma and they're another 4-loss season.
Mad.
And DeBoer isn't leaving and go. I mean, I think we all want problems in paradise, and we look at Alabama from the outside, hope they have a problem, but I think it'd be a mistake for them to not stay the course.
Other SEC football news: Arch Manning's coming back to Texas, according to Horns 247. Pete Golding's expected to get Frank Wilson from LSU. So a little poaching going on. That's from CBS Sports. Then how about this? This was posed to me yesterday. So people wanted to, Lane Kiffin obviously exits, and he wanted to coach the team. He wasn't going to be loud. If Trinidad Chambliss doesn't sign up for next year, make a financial signature of some sort, what's the rationale for letting him start this upcoming weekend against Tulane? If you don't know, because the whole thing is, Kiffin's out the door. Well, if Trinidad might be out there, and I love that kid. I think he's the most likable Ole Miss quarterback they've had in decades.
Let's go get him.
I don't think.
Okay, so what do you not start him, and what would be your plan then?
I mean, you just go back to Austin Simmons, who was the starter at the beginning of the season. Do you not get what I'm saying?
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, if I'm Ole Miss, I'm trying to win a playoff game and get myself into the next round.
Correct.
And I understand you may not have the commitment you want for next season, but you would forfeit your playoff run to some. I mean, no, I am having a hard time following.
Okay, so here's the question I have: would they be better off with Lane Kiffin as the head coach to get further in the playoffs and still lose him, or just having Pete Golding, Joe Judge, Charlie Weiss, and that staff, even though he's leaving, right? And that's the guy that you knew was leaving. But what I'm asking is Chambliss, who has not declared he's coming back next year, you know Simmons is coming back. If you roll with him, it's the same concept, except it's just a player-coach difference.
Why are you in this game? Who's the player that put you in this game?
Will be a combination. I would say Lane Kiffin is the head coach and Trinidad Chambliss is the player.
How many snaps did Lane Kiffin take? None. This quarterback is the reason you're here, right?
You got Simmons in your back pocket regardless, right?
And how long has it been since he took significant snaps and led a team as the quarterback to a win?
I think the Kentucky game, second or third week of the season before they played you. So, no, you completely toss it out. All right.
Not even, didn't just toss it out. Never thought that would cross my mind.
That's just what I've seen some chatter about Ole Miss fans thinking that, and it made sense to me. It's
why they're fans.
Well, I don't know how you don't see that at least a little bit of the comparison.
Well,
right?
I think it's
if you don't have a kid
crazy.
if you don't have a kid that's committed for this next year, the same as the coach that you wanted to commit for next year, the same concept, at least to me, makes sense to at least contemplate it.
Maybe to you, but not to me. I mean, I don't. This Kiffin conversation and coming back, that ship had sailed weeks ago when he made the decision, to move on to LSU.
Mm-hmm.
You can't let him back in the building. I 100% agree with that, and he needs to be at LSU building his program. While he would want to do both and split his time, he really needs to be focused on his new gig. Ole Miss's job, this Pete Golding's job, is to get to the next round.
Yeah.
Because then you still have a chance to win a national championship. You don't know what else is going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen with other teams. Upsets are possible. Go win this game, and you just assume you could plug Simmons right back in and beat Tulane. Well, I don't. That'd be a monumental gamble
risk. Okay.
That just to me crazy to even think that's a consideration.
I think it is, but it's beyond that.
So, that it? Is that all for the SEC update?
You have anything else you want to talk
I
about?
have
I mean,
nothing
Saban's
else
now
to add.
part owner of the Preds.
Yeah.
Nashville Predators.
Who knew he was a hockey man?
Well, you know he's got a
Quinn Ewers
trivia question before we enter our SEC update. What type of dealership does Nick Saban own in Nashville?
Mercedes-Benz.
There you go.
I don't think
I've seen it.
Just Nashville. I think he owns several.
I think there's like 6.
He's in a group.
I think he has like 6. That guy that he signed, I didn't jot.
He's
his
not
name
running
down.
them. He just has his name.
Yeah, it's the ownership.
He's in the ownership
group with that guy that he partnered with. But yeah, they're joining Bill Haslam and the Preds.
All right, that's your SEC updates brought to you by Sterling Bank. When it comes to banking, you deserve a pleasant and productive experience and one that puts you first, and that's what you'll find at Sterling Bank, your community bank right here in Northwest Arkansas. Top-notch customer service. Every transaction feels personal because they're not just your bankers or your friends, they're your neighbors, and at Sterling Bank, they get involved with the local community and organizations that make Northwest Arkansas thrive. Their passion for growth and progress, it's at the heart of everything they do. So if you're looking for a local, friendly bank that fits your needs, visit Sterling Bank. They're in Fayetteville, Rogers, and Bentonville. And you can learn more online at Sterbank Bank. Sterling Bank, invested in you, committed to Northwest Arkansas.
Want to talk more Arkansas basketball coming up. Big win last night by 28. I did have this question, though, and maybe this is a worthy beef, maybe it's not. And y'all can tell me, and if you want to jump in, 877-377-6963. So I was reading the Whole Hog Sports Report on the paid coaches, which is nearly 10% more between the 3 coordinators, Ron Roberts, Cramsey, and Lunsford, than they were getting paid between Petrino, Williams, and Found this last year. Here's what just kind of like irritated me. Roberts gets a $100,000 pay raise if Arkansas has a 7-win season. Cramsey gets a $50,000 pay raise. Why are we and maybe this is just the going rate. Maybe this is like this the other way. But I just saw that it's like, why are we bonusing them for slightly above mediocrity? 6-6 is a mediocre football team. We weren't mediocre last year. We sucked. Why are we bonusing coaches?
We should set the bar higher
higher,
so like they'll try to achieve that instead of just being.
Am I off on that?
Yeah.
I mean, just seeing that, it's just like, so collectively, coaches get, between those two, the OC and DC, a combined $150,000 for winning 7 games. And I don't know if that's regular season or if that's with a bowl win as well. But that's just like, and again, that could be the going rate.
Well,
I don't want to go up and down contracts and everything, but that to me is like.
But it was a bowl bonus, right?
No, I'm saying 7-win season. That I just said I don't know if it's a. It didn't necessarily get into that with the
bowl bonuses in contracts are fairly common. I mean, just getting to a bowl. I mean, and again, 150,000
combined between those two. And again,
it sounds like a huge amount of money. And depending on the circumstance and the contract, that may not be that big a bonus in the context of their salary.
Seth and Rogers says if we win 7 games this next season, we'll beat 4 higher ranked teams, and it'll be a miracle. I don't know what
you'd sign up right now to bonus Ryan Silverfield on 7
Oh,
wins.
no question.
So I mean, you got to put context with every one of these deals.
So do you go up next year? Does it become 8 or because I would think it's probably just going to be that 7-win threshold, right? They're not going to move it. They're like, oh, now
we act like winning 7 at Arkansas is just easy.
Well, at Vanderbilt it is right now.
But isn't, again, my premise, what I'm coming from, does that not feel like you're bonusing slightly above mediocrity?
Oh, I'm not sure you're above mediocrity at 7. But the text
medium.
we've got from Seth and Rogers on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 7 wins means you've beaten 4 higher-ranked teams. So, I mean, with the 9-game schedule, playing Utah, 7, I mean, I think we may have to redefine what mediocrity is.
You're right. 7 wins. I'd take it right now. 7-5. Potential at a.
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably going to Memphis again. Ryan knows it well. It might go somewhere else. It's not a glamorous bowl if you go 7-5 based on the pecking order of the Southeastern Conference, but that
I take 4 after this year.
Yeah. What's Your Beef Wednesdays brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville, 3042 North Market Avenue. All the prime beef you need for the holidays, plus all the side dishes you need as well. Those last-minute touches and fixes and finishings you need for your holiday menu, whether it's for the office or you're gathering with family, they've got roasted prime rib. They can help you with that. Beef tenderloins. You want traditional turkey and hams, they have those as well. Plus great side dishes that are easy prepared. You just warm them up and they're ready to go. That's Richard's Country Meat Market, 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville, or call them at 443-0000.
Speaking of coaches, I also wanted to kind of add this into a beef here. I've listened to different coaches. I mean, this could be as high as caliber of Kirby Smart. I've heard other coaches talk about, again, the portal cycle, which has been changed to the 2nd through the 16th, and saying guys should only be able to transfer once in their college career, and on and on. It just it rings hollow to me when I see the amount of places that different coaches have been, consistently, year over year, position coach, this, jumping ship every year, like some players have. And let's listen, if Arkansas goes to a Final Four or has a big season, one of the main reasons for that is going to be a fifth-year player, Nick Pringle, who's on his 5th school.
Mm-hmm.
So I've gotten, I just tune it out when coaches talk about.
I think NIL is going to fix some of this, because I think NIL is going to be 2-year deals. I think some of it in football, you'll try to backload these that you don't get half the money until after the bowl game or something.
Yeah.
I think NIL and multi-year NIL deals will fix some of this issue. But you're right. The number of transfers has to have a limit at some point. They're just so afraid of going to court. No one wants to go to court, but they're afraid of, once again, getting the NCAA getting their nose bloodied on policy and procedure in a court. There's always a court willing to rule with the players.
I would say that I agree about the number of years that people are if you play JUCO, it's been like that forever. That's a college football year. And I know that Diego got a waiver, Trinidad's trying to get a waiver. He's got these kids that are trying to get waivers, and they're going to.
Hey, don't blame them for trying.
No, not at all.
I mean, the best, as Houston Nutt would say, the best days of your life. Why wouldn't you want another year of it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is your life going to get any better than it is right then?
Think about, so I know Arch Manning didn't have a stellar year. He's coming back to school. Think about Lenore Sellers, for example, who did not have a good year either, but is still probably a top 5, top 6 projected quarterback, and he's electing to come back to college.
Yeah.
10 years ago, there's no shot you get him back to Columbia. He's gone. See ya. And I don't blame him.
It's the bird in the hand.
But it's, again, you know what you got. I know he's got a new OC, it sounds, with Kendall Briles. So, and they're on your schedule, too, late in the year. So that you're going to see, and Matt talked about this when this thing first started, you're going to see some college football, college basketball, less college baseball just because of the way the draft's constructed, but decide to come back
the way
to
Rev
school.
share is constructed with these you're not football or men's basketball, Rev share is not nearly the influx of cash that these other sports we're talking about. It'd be tens of thousands in those sports. So, I mean, those decisions will be easier because the pro money will be better.
Mm-hmm. And I saw, and I'm forgetting the player, but I know Georgia.
In most cases. There will be an exception or two, but in most cases, I think what it said.
You brought up the 2-year contract, which Arkansas is probably not the only school that's trying to do that now. I did see Georgia's trying to recoup some money from a player that either jumped ship early or jumped ship. I'm forgetting the player.
That's got to happen.
No, he hadn't signed yet. That kid hadn't signed yet. But you mentioned Vandy. Vandy flipped when we talked about that story a couple months ago about kid wanting to potentially go to Vanderbilt, and now he flipped him. Clark Lee, again, coach of the year. You got the player of the year in Pavia, and you're in Nashville, Tennessee. They're in a great spot right now if you're Vanderbilt.
Hey, Gaston's White River Resort's in a great spot on the White River, and it's holiday time. It's also the winter months, so winter rates are already in effect. You can save 40% off lodging when you stay now at Gaston's. So if you're looking for a last-minute holiday getaway, New Year's Eve getaway, call them at 870-431-5202, and they'll get you arranged. February 1, the state park area, for those that fish a lot on the White River, you know what I'm talking about, that will reopen, and that will be a hot time for fishing. But now's a great time to start booking those trips here during winter months and save 40% off at Gaston's. Also, Gaston's gift cards make a perfect gift as well. 870-431-5202. Gaston's White River Resort, a first-class time every time.
Well, he's talking about Richard's Meat Market because that's my spot. And, of course, Richard and Chris have been around forever.
What's your beef Wednesday? Thanks for watching us here on ESPN Arkansas. Download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappie.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes take you on lavish adventures. Luxuriate with your faves in the $5 box. Be transported to more opulence with the $7 box. Or encounter a world of delights in the $9 box, like the cheesy dipping burritos with creamy garlic sauce. It's Lux. For less. Choose your $5, $7, or $9 Lux Cravings box, only at Taco Bell.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge. And when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
Does your Razorback closet need an upgrade? The University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you're looking for, only at Roback.com. They've custom designed the best hoodies, polos, and Q-zips for your school. Go check out this and more at Roback.com, and don't forget to use our link for 20% off. Use code RUSH25 at checkout on Roback.com for 20% off your first order. That's RHOBACK.com. 20% off all hoodies, joggers, and more with Rush 25. Roback, where action meets comfort.
Get 20% off on your first order with the code RUSH25.
You don't always win your first bet. That's why MyBookie has you covered. Use our code HOGS, H-O-G-S, and your first bet up to $500 is fully covered. If your pick doesn't hit, you get it right back with our Bet Back bonus. Go to MyBookie.ag and use the code HOGS to claim your Bet Back bonus. MyBookie's, where bettors win together, because bragging's good, but cashing in is better. And your first bet is fully covered. Use our code HOGS.
Must opt in during the bet to use the Bet Back bonus.
Dad, the driver looks dirty. Ew, yucky, Daddy.
Hey, don't worry, boys. That's what we do best. At My Dreams Mo Wash, we make homes, businesses, and even big industrial spaces shine like new.
So you can clean houses and big buildings?
That's right. Residential, commercial, or industrial. No job's too big or too small. Call My Dreams Mo Wash today at 479-763-5561 or visit mjmowash.com.
My Junior's Mobile Wash. One call cleans it all.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they loved the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor E from Woodland. Think about it.
Include a local agent.
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
See Agent Jeff Clark in Fort Smith or Agent Brad Howe in Van Buren.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They are open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts need, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
Champion Cycling wants to help you find the joy in cycling that's been a part of their family for many years. Register today through December 21st at hitthatline.com for your chance to win a specialized road bike just in time for Christmas. Whether you're a child getting your first bike, an adult who hasn't been on a bike in years, or someone who's looking to podium at their next race, Champion Cycling wants to help you find the right bike. A great selection of bikes, cycling apparel, and accessories, and great service. 5500 Mazard Road in Fort Smith. Find your next ride with Champion Cycling. Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
You live every.
The worldwide leader in sports.
It was her first ball game with my wife, and we ended up on that field. We were in section 104.
Brother, you just turned the light bulb on. You got to go with somebody. At least I go with a winner.
Tommy, they're great.
You're listening to The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Graff. Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963.
All right, we're going to talk more about the Arkansas basketball team coming up. It is a What's Your Beef Wednesday brought to you by Richards Country Meat Market, and everything they do at Richards is fantastic. You think about Christmas, the holidays, you need something special for this holiday season. Well, they can take care of you at Richards Country Meat Market, the best spot right in the heart of Fayetteville, off North College, off Rolling Hills in Northwest Arkansas. I've got friends that go weekly, monthly, get a chance to get there. Always have a great time seeing Richards to their team. They always bring you Richards Country Meat Market, wishing you a Merry Christmas this holiday season. The best steaks, sides. I love their hot sauce. You can get it all at Richards Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Christian, we haven't given you a chance just yet. Your beef, do you have anything that's been ticking you off lately here these last few days? I mean, you're back from the wedding about a week or so ago. You didn't come back with fever, which is good, which everyone else seems to be getting sick around here.
I guess just the lack of respect for Arkansas basketball. I feel like they're still kind of most people are kind of like unsure about Arkansas, and I kind of understand that, but also you can't deny what they've done this year, and I think this Arkansas team has started to figure it out a little bit. And are they going to win every game? No. But I just think with all the talent they have and Acuff playing the way he's playing.
Oh, yeah.
Acuff sees everything.
Yeah, exactly. He sees everything. And when you've got a point guard like that and other guys who you can rely on, this team can be dangerous. And when you look in the SEC, there's not really a team that you've got some teams like Alabama who can shoot the three ball and stuff like that, but I like the way you match up against everybody in the SEC. Tennessee's good, but I think it could be a good year for Arkansas.
Darius Acuff, outstanding night. Trevor Brazil, a career high again. Hopefully we can say something similar about their performance at about 7:30 or so on Saturday night. Really appreciate everyone joining us this morning. Hey, we're getting a chance to talk with Larry Rath a little bit yesterday at Rath Auto Resources and David at Rath Mitsubishi. I know that some of you still deciding what you need this Christmas holiday season. Well, you really want to impress someone, get them a new vehicle or a road-ready certified vehicle. And winter conditions, they're tough, they're bad. You want to make sure your vehicle is in tip-top shape when you're driving across Arkansas when it's cold this time of year. Well, come by the Mighty Key Car Care Center, both sides of the tunnel in Fort Smith and in Springdale. They've got winter service specials. They've got new car incentives. There's always something going on, plus fresh pre-owned inventory at Rath Auto Resources and Rath Mitsubishi in Fort Smith. Halftime is coming up next. Mr. Phil Elson, Matt Jones, Big C, Phil Elson in studio today. So excited about that. That's going to do it for us. For Tommy Kraft and And Christian Johnson, I'm Ty Richardson. Appreciate everyone joining us on a What's Your Beef Wednesday.
Fans, this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Robert. And we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
I should say it.
Say what? Mom, I think he wants to say that it's Christmas time. Okay, you can say it.
It's Christmas, everyone, and guess